I'm back. So it's been 2 years. I knew it was 1 year, and then as I looked back on my YouTube page, I realized it was 2. And I don't feel like I need to over-explain myself because we're here now and we're gonna live in the present and not the past. But a lot has kind of happened. So I'll catch you up. So my husband and I, as you know, we had the house that was on Love It or List It, and it was a great house. But it still had a lot of work, just from the age of the house and other projects that were outside of the scope of work of Love It or List It. And we moved into a townhouse. That was also kind of a nice move for us to have simplicity and peace. And in a personal way, we had gone through a lot. My husband had lost his sister to cancer, and we needed simplicity and peace. And it was a great opportunity to sell. Let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. Sell when the market's hot, everybody. But we sold, we enjoyed townhouse, simple living through the COVID years. And we kind of loved it. And then we knew it was short term. We knew it was a place of kind of getting our footing back and having some simplicity and peace and ease. And it reached a point where I wanted more green space for my hobbies, and Jeremy needed more space to grow Scruff's garage, and we just needed a change, and it was time to shift again. So we've moved. And if you see chaos in the background, it's because we're still living in it. This video is the perfect example of done and not perfect. I have been really wanting to come back to YouTube for a while now. I've really loved this outlet creatively. I've loved sharing clean living and clean beauty. But life has been hectic and there hasn't been a great perfect moment. And I know this isn't it either, but it's just time, right? It's just time. But all of that to say, we're here now. We're getting settled. The snoring dog you hear, I'll show you. It's cute Daisy. She's so cute. But we're getting settled. We're here, we're doing the thing. So what have the last 2 years looked like for me? Because I know you're dying to know. Well, I participated in a sprint triathlon. I participated in a duathlon. I actually won 3rd in my age bracket in the duathlon, so yeah. I went red, then back blonde and long. Also, the red was a short red bob. Loved it. Got really into gardening. My standards in the townhouse were like jalapenos, tomatoes, and herbs. You have to have those to make any decent meal. Here, I have more space and I have raised beds, and I have pumpkin, zucchini, cukes, I have cilantro, bell peppers. All right, so we're gonna have a little combo about tomatoes. I'm not a farmer, but I have grown cherry tomatoes a few times and I've been successful. So I'm going through, and the extra green little leaves that are not providing shade or growing a little tomato flower, I snip them off. Why? So that all of the nutrients in the soil from fertilizer, water, can go to the flowers and the tomatoes, so you get more tomatoes. So if you're a pro gardener and that's wrong, you know, you can tell me, but I've also kind of been doing great with my tomato crops, so clean up your crops. I've also been working with Inner Sense Organic Beauty. I've always loved educating, and I found a brand that has the same values that I have when it comes to wanting clean hair products for everybody. And the community that they surround themselves with and attract is just amazing. So I've done a lot of travel with them, and that's been awesome. Oof. Jeremy and I also completed our Pacific Coast Highway road trip and went to the Grand Canyon, which grand is not a large enough word to describe how magnificent and awe-inspiring it truly is. We've had a busy couple of years. We had a couple of years where we were really just figuring out what our next phase of life was, and now we're here. It's kind of awesome. We've got an older home that needs a little bit of freshening, so you might see some things change around me as content comes out. But honestly, it's kind of great. It's the perfect size for us. The yard is awesome for us and Daisy. And like I said, garage space. I actually have I have a gym space above the garage, so that's where I get to train for races. And we're near a lot of greenways and parks, so like it ticks a lot of boxes, which is pretty awesome. So you're probably kind of curious, what's next for this channel? She's coming at you in her PJs, little embrace messy hair situation, as you should. But really though, what's next? And honestly, I'd like to keep it open-ended. I still love clean beauty. I still love clean living. We're able to travel more. I'm crushing my gardening. I'm truly loving that. Like, it's so therapeutic to like have your hands in soil and to be cultivating the earth and to go out in the morning to like let the dog out and have, you know, tomatoes for the day or fresh herbs for the day. I love it. And you know, I love some organization, and honestly, moving into a new house, you need a lot of organization. So if those things interest you, I invite you to subscribe if you aren't already, and to stay tuned because I'm back. I'm excited to be here and to share this next phase. I don't know, we've both been very stagnant, very curious what's next for us, and it's really nice that we've arrived. So I'm happy to have you here with me, and welcome to the adventure.